Hi everyone, we're the Soul Sisters. I'm Janelli.
And I'm Saida. Today we're going to talk about the importance of friendships. We have three main points we're going to go over, and the first one is humans need connection. There's a study that talks about 26 to 32% of people experience loneliness. The likelihood of death is as similar to smoking cigarettes or being obese.
It's bad for your health.
Yeah, it's not good for you. Considering if you are one of those people, it would be very beneficial to maintain relationships or start creating some.
Humans need connection. Like, there's no way around it. We were meant to survive in groups, and if you aren't having any social bonding, then your health is declining. The second main point we want to make is that friendships allow empathy and boundaries to pretty much flourish. You become a lot more knowledgeable on how it is to feel someone else's feelings, and that's what empathy is. You feel for them and with them. Even just family, like if you don't have any friends and you have a good relationship with your family, you're able to empathize with them more.
Yeah.
And I think that's important because without empathy, you don't like anyone. You don't care for anyone, and you don't see the need to be around people, have friends, or even empathize with them.
Yeah.
Another thing is boundaries. Your boundaries will be tested in relationships, and you will test other people's boundaries. And if you don't have healthy boundaries, that's where you develop it through relationships. Friendships are one of those important roles. It's a special category because you accept people for who they are in your friendships, and you're able to be yourself. If you aren't at home, you're able to be yourself around friends. I think it's like the most liberating relationship that you could have with anyone. That's our second main topic, empathy and boundaries. And the third one is the most important to us. It's knowing yourself. I want to emphasize that because it is important to know yourself in order for you to be around the people that you feel most comfortable with. And there is a book that I've read. It's called The 5 Personality Patterns by Stephen Kessler. And I'm not going to go too deep into it today, but it's a great book to learn about other people and their personalities. I say personalities, but they're actually patterns. So they're personality patterns, and you can get out of the pattern if it's a negative trait. The first one is the leaving pattern. Then you have the merging and compensated merging pattern. There's the enduring pattern, the aggressive pattern, and the rigid pattern. So those are your 5 patterns that are described in the book.
In terms of knowing yourself, it took a lot of time getting to know myself. One of the things that I learned about myself is being an introvert, and I score as a INTJ. So it's basically based on the Myers-Briggs exam. So I've taken it twice, and I can see it through the years that I, for example, am an introvert. I like to be alone. I like to spend time alone and hang out with people. Being around that all the time is overwhelming for me. For like the patterns, I identify most with the enduring pattern. It's been a difficult thing to go from keeping everything to myself to like now expressing myself, and that's helped me with boundaries and being able to have better relationships. Being a child, not knowing how to express yourself, it affects you all your life. So it's this tape that you replay all your life, and then you one day decide I want to do different. And so that's kind of what I did, and now it's like slowly getting better in the way I express myself.
Similar to Saida, I'm also an introvert. I'm an INFJ. It stands for introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. I think it's accurate. Something that I identify with in the book of the 5 personality patterns is the compensated merging pattern and the enduring pattern. And I definitely feel like it's based off my environment growing up. I felt like the reason why I was a compensated merging pattern was because I was seeking, like what Saida said, validation in my household, and it felt like conditional love. Like I was only going to be loved if I did certain things, and if I didn't do those things, it would be like, oh, you're not loved. And I mean, that's a very simple way to put it, but that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
An example that is like growing up as a teenager, I felt the whole conditional love, and as soon as I started getting tattoos and piercings behind my mom's back, it was like I was in trouble because I'm not supposed to be doing that stuff, right? And of course, any parent would be upset if they found out, but at the same time, I felt like I couldn't express myself to my mom or to my dad about what I like, because I felt like they weren't into that type of stuff that I'm into. Even if I'm getting good grades and I'm well behaved, just getting a tattoo is a bad thing, or getting a piercing is a bad thing. Like I'm a rebel, you know, and it is kind of rebellious, but in my opinion, it's like, that's not what matters in a person. Their appearance isn't what matters, it's who they are inside. In terms of compensated merging, it pretty much means like I feel like I need external validation and like love, but I show it so that I can receive it, and that comes also from my childhood, from not receiving the love that I felt like I wanted. I didn't feel like I fit in to like any really real category. I felt like a misfit, but I did find those few people that I got along with. It felt like I had to find friends to express myself to, or romantic relationships to express myself with, and I think that is where I learned a lot of things. You have to go out there and experience it in order to get better at whatever it is, either being a partner or a friend. So that sums it up. We just wanted to put that out there for you, that the 3 main points, again, it's that humans need connection to survive. The second one is empathy and boundaries. You learn that in different relationships and friendships. And then knowing yourself. It's important to know who you are, and then you can find the right people for you once you find out who you are.
Exactly. We hope that helps, and some of the resources and links will be in the description to help you if you are interested in looking further.
If you want to learn more about yourself.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching, and
Until next time.
yeah, see ya. Bye.
Bye.